Yeah, there's a lot of old games that came out that I'm looking at. They had a lot. They had a lot on Atari too.
The old Atari.
People don't realize Activision has been around forever. But people only remember the Bobby Kotick era just because it's just oh, well, here's Activision front and center in your face. Whereas back in the day, they were just another gaming company like everybody else.
Who owns Midway now?
They're all over the place. Same thing. Just people just gobbled up the IPs when Midway went by the wayside. And really, it was Mortal Kombat that was a big one, and they went to Warner Brothers.
I guess they own Rampage too.
Well, here's a play. You realize everyone's making their own platform fighters now. So
yes.
The library of Microsoft, if they decide to make that play themselves, just got a lot bigger. You have now a potential platform fighter with Call of Duty Bro versus
Doom Guy.
Versus Thrall and Doom Guy.
That's a big idea.
Rash versus Crash Bandicoot. Rash versus Crash.
Yeah. Which is funny because the company everyone kind of thought they were going to buy, because they knew Microsoft was gearing up to buy someone. Everyone thought they were going to buy Sega. Because Microsoft already had such a relationship with Sega recently.
And if you think about it, the Xbox was just a continuation of the Dreamcast. Same control, almost the same controller layout and everything.
Oh, I love the original Xbox controller.
Yeah, just big, hefty beef right there. That was a lot of beef on that freaking Xbox.
Big old Duke.
You gotta stop talking about beef. I'm getting hungry.
Yeah, of course. If you're talking about platform fighters, talking about platform fighters and everything like that. Now all of a sudden, Killer Instinct got interesting if they want to release one of those.
Well, they already had all these guest characters in KI, and the rumors are that the Japanese company is making a new KI.
Yeah, you had a Battletoad in there, and as I said, now Crash Bandicoot and a Killer Instinct, you fit perfectly. Hell, even put generic Call of Duty Bro in a Killer Instinct to be okay, be kind of a cool little fighter. Be like Chris Redfield in Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom.
Right.
Yeah, it can even be Patrick Swayze. He can represent Call of Duty Ghost.
give him a roundhouse kick as well, and that's all he does. He has one move, roundhouse kick. But it's like plus 15 on block.
It looks like they also own Earthworm Jim.
Really? Now I want to see him in Killer Instinct.
I mean, yeah, looking into the catalog, you're just going to keep seeing a longer list of things that haven't seen light of day in decades.
Earthworm Jim hasn't had a game since N64.
No. I was like, oh, remember when he used to be a big gaming icon? Freaking...
he was huge back in the 90s. Huge.
He has a TV show.
Sonic?
Yeah, I got that on
DVD.
Bigger
than the Tick.
I got that on DVD somewhere.
He was bigger than the Tick.
Talk about his Tick, man.
So Activision released a game in 1996 on PC. And since you're so PC now, Ray, I'm going to make you play this if we can find a copy of it. It's called Muppet Treasure Island.
Probably on Steam. Odds are. Since PC is the ultimate backwards compatibility machine here. It's hey, you want an idea of what an all-digital gaming future looks like? Go on Steam, because they've got games that are on there since 2003 that have not been delisted. There are games that are delisted because of licensing reasons, but other than that, they're just no, you can't stop selling this game.
Don't worry, I'm going to Steam right now to see if the Muppet Treasure Island's there.
Okay. If not, I'm sure we could find some version of it somewhere. The XE's got to be around there somewhere. Yeah, backwards compatibility and everything like that. And everyone's talking about Sony ramping up their backwards compatibility. I'm just like, no. What Sony is going to do is lock it behind a paywall to where you got to pay like a subscription service to get like a library of PS1, PS2, and PS3 games that you have to buy again. That's what they're going to do. That's why I'm not excited at all when people are saying, oh, Sony's got backwards compatibility patents going up. I'm like, unless I can plug in my copy of Battle Arena Toshinden into a PS5, no deal, bro.
No thanks.
I want Destruction Derby 1, my disc copy of Destruction Derby 1. I want to be able to play Alundra on my PS5.
Does anyone really trust anything that's going to be the backwards compatibility with PlayStation? How many times do you need to buy the same shit over again with?
That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly what I'm saying. I'm just like, when I think of Sony and backwards compatibility, that's what I think of now. It's like, oh, here are PS2 classics on the PS4. I'm like, I have to buy these again? I mean, there are games on the PS2 classic that I bought that I didn't own, like Ark the Lad, Twilight of the Spirits. I'm like, okay, I'll buy that because I didn't own that. But other than that, I'm just looking at it and I'm just like, I already own a lot of these games. I
remember because I sent you the money on PlayStation Network to buy it because I was like, we have to play this.
It gave a strange person, man, and hi Maru.
I'm coming for you.
But then that was it. And then they just stopped making games for it. And I'm just like, yep, that's typical Sony. Just be like, if this doesn't take off like within a day, they're just like, fuck it, it's done. So stupid. That's what I'm thinking of when I'm thinking of backwards compatibility. They're gonna paywall this shit. And they're gonna just only give you a certain library of that. I mean, there's another company that does that, and that's Nintendo. Don't get me wrong. They're not, heaven's harbingers on that one either, because their N64 service is lacking, and just
they were a little better at it.
A little better, but not much. And at the same time, it's like, okay, even when the Wii Shop channel came out, they offered like a big selection of games, but not the entire catalog of Nintendo, Super Nintendo, and there's just thousands of games they could have put on there, and they only put on like a few dozen.
Well, the problem with that is they probably couldn't get some of the licenses, some of them. So
of course,
licenses, code don't exist anymore. There's not a lot of foresight for it.
All that stuff. I do agree that they should have released more of their games, which damn well they still have everything for.
But the difference was look at PS3 to PS4, right? Not a single thing you had on PS3 became applicable on PS4.
Yeah.
Until a subscription service.
Yeah.
Right. When they went from the Wii to the Wii U, like you set up your Wii U, and then you could transport all the titles that you had that you bought, like from the emulators that were on, and they would send a little rocket ship and put it on the Wii U.
Yeah. So you didn't have to buy it again. And if you wanted to buy again, so you could just play it on the Wii U, they only charge you like $1.
Yeah, it was like 99 cents to buy it again if you already owned it, or you transferred it over.